Over the last year or so, many workers have abandoned their offices for the comfort of their home when the coronavirus began. They've adapted to Zoom conference calls and a greater reliance on emails and Slack. Most businesses and organizations suspended hiring until they got a sense of what economic conditions they might be facing in the future. Now, companies are beginning to hire staff. That means that some new hires are going to be introduced to their new colleagues via teleconference, and then maybe some time until everyone returns to the office. Some tips for onboarding your new colleagues online. Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. Click the like button. Please subscribe if you like these kinds of videos. So even though your new employees are going to be working at home, you want to make sure that every new employee enjoys their first day. Onboarding a new staff member while everyone works remotely presents its own series of challenges for the new hire, as well as managers and new colleagues. You still want them to have a great first day. So if you're faced with the situation, this is the time to make sure your new employee handbook is up to date, plus schedule a regular teleconference so people get a chance to meet the new person. You or someone from human resources should help them fill out all of the necessary paperwork to get them on the payroll. Have a welcome package sent to their home. Include a selection of company notepads, t-shirts, and other items that will make them feel more connected and appreciated. Make sure that your IT department gets the new person online with all the hardware, software, passwords, any training that they might need. Understand that it'll probably take a new staff member a little longer than average to get up to speed on the usual way things are done or understand the organization's culture. Make sure the person knows who the person will work for and work with. Introduce them to their first projects. Talk to them about what success looks like and about their deadlines. Even when workers begin working in the office someday, they need a mentor. I'm a big believer in making sure that new employees have a mentor. And I think it's even more critical when they work from home. Someone that they can count on and ask questions about the culture and the way things are done. Now, if you are the person's supervisor, check in with the new employee frequently. You want to be available to answer the big questions as well as the small ones that under normal conditions, they could, ask a colleague around the water cooler. Once a new staff member begins working on their new projects, set up a regular review period as well as short-term and long-term goals. All employees deserve to know how their work will be assessed. Plan to bring the person to the office to meet others as soon as possible. Maybe plan a lunch outing when you can begin building personal relationships. As difficult as it may seem to onboard a new staff person remotely, remember that a growing number of companies only have remote workers. It takes planning and special care. Now, today we've been talking about how to onboard a new employee, but do you secretly wish you could change jobs? Are you looking right now? Now, the whole process can be challenging if you have not been out in the job market for some time, particularly interviews. When was the last time you were interviewed for a job, and what questions are you likely to face? And maybe even more importantly, what do hiring managers want to hear? I've actually researched that topic, and I have a really good idea of what hiring managers want to hear from the people who they're considering for a job. And that's the subject of my course, Job Interviews, What Employers Want to Hear. Find out more at daveedwardsmedia.com. Click on courses. If you're at all thinking about getting into the job market, or if you're in the job market, or maybe you've been on some interviews and you've struggled with some of your answers to some of the questions, this course would be for you. Job Interviews, What Employers Want to Hear. daveedwardsmedia.com. Click on courses. I'm Dave Edwards. Thanks for joining me today.